This video is part of a larger collection I put together to get this career, freelance claims adjusting, in front of more people who actually want to make a difference, not just for themselves, but for their family and for all the people they help all along the way. If you're serious about building a new path, this series will open your eyes. You can find the full collection on my YouTube channel, so go ahead, hit that subscribe button if you want to dig deeper. But if you want the simplest way to watch all of them in one place, check the link in the description. I'll personally walk you through everything you need to know about this career before you get started. Now, let's dive in. If I'm an independent adjuster, do I work for a company or myself? Unless you go out of your way to become a W-2 employee, which is rare in this game, you work for yourself. Freelance adjusters are exactly that. Freelancers, independent, self-managed, responsible for their own results. But don't confuse independence with anarchy. This is still a service-based business. You're offering services to claims adjusting companies. These are the middlemen between you and the insurance carrier. They're the ones who get contacted by the big insurance companies to handle claims when there's too much or not enough staff. Your job is to make their lives easy. You get licensed, you market yourself, and when they send you claims, you handle them like a pro. But the beauty of this setup is you are in control. Don't like the pay? Walk. Don't like the company culture? Move on. You're not stuck in some HR quicksand praying for a raise or asking permission to take a long weekend. I've worked with companies I loved and some I couldn't wait to cut loose. And because I work with multiple claims adjusting companies at any given time, I never have to worry about being let go or having my income all tied to one place. That's not just freedom, that's security. The truth is, I'm unemployable at this point. Not because I can't work with people, but because I'll never again put my livelihood in someone else's hands. If you want real control over your time, your income, and your career, this is how you get it. Is independent adjusting remote work, and do you have to travel? Yes and no. It depends how much money you really want to make here, how mobile you're willing to be, and which type of adjuster you decide to become. There are absolutely remote opportunities in freelance adjusting. Desk adjusting is a big one. That's when you handle claims from behind a screen at a desk. No inspections. You review documents, talk to policyholders, make decisions about coverage and payment. It's typically work from home and paid by the hour or per claim. Then there's a claim file reviewer, which is basically just quality control. You're not handling new claims, you're not making settlements, you're reviewing the work submitted by other adjusters to make sure that it's accurate, fair, and compliant. That work is 100% remote. Even some management or supervisory roles with adjusting firms are remote, overseeing teams of field or desk adjusters, stuff like that. But let's be honest, the big money is in the field. Field adjusters physically inspect property damage, and they're the ones pulling in six-figure incomes consistently, sometimes well over that. Now, when people hear travel, they think planes, hotels, and weeks away from their family at home. But that's not always the case. If you live in or near a populated area, most daily field adjusters, these are the ones handling everyday claims from pipe leaks, roof damage, smoke damage, stuff like that, only drive an hour or two from home tops, and they stack multiple inspections in the same area, so they're not wasting time or gas. They're sleeping in their own beds, running their own schedule, and still making a killing. Then there are catastrophe adjusters, the ones who deploy when hurricanes, floods, or wildfires hit. These folks temporarily relocate to a hard-hit area and handle a ton of claims fast. That's where you hear about people pulling in 20 or 30 or even 50K in a single month. I've done 100. That level of income takes mobility, but you're always in control. I hear it all the time. People say, I don't want to travel, until they see what kind of money can actually come with it. This isn't a job where you get told where to go or where to clock in or when to clock in. This is your business. You decide how far you're willing to go and what kind of adjuster you want to be. Just know this though, the more flexible you are, the more opportunity you'll have. But no, Travel isn't mandatory. The work is out there either way. How do independent adjusters actually find work or get hired? There's a simple answer to this, and then there's the real answer. Simple version, you get licensed, and then you start reaching out to companies who are contracted by insurance carriers to send out independent adjusters. These are called claims adjusting companies, otherwise known as IA firms. They're the ones who will actually assign you work. You just have to make sure they know you exist. That's pretty much it. Now, here's the real version. Getting your license is the bare minimum. That's like getting your driver's license and thinking that you're ready for NASCAR. It's no different than any other service-based business. You want to be a six-figure landscaper? You get a license and knock on doors. You want to be a six-figure roofing company? You got to get a license and do the same exact thing. But here's where most people fall flat. They get licensed, apply to the biggest adjusting companies they can find, and then wait around hoping someone gives them a shot. And sometimes, yeah, if a hurricane hits or the market gets flooded with claims, they might get lucky and catch a break. But get lucky isn't a business plan. If you want to make this a career, not a lottery ticket, you need to go beyond what everyone else is doing. Because here's the cold hard truth. Those big name companies everyone runs to, they're flooded with licensed adjusters who have nothing else to show for themselves. No training, no real world prep, just a license. You don't win big by doing what the bare minimum crowd is doing. You win by building yourself into someone companies see as an asset. That means developing skills. That means knowing how to talk like an adjuster, think like an adjuster, and work like an adjuster before you get your first claim. And it also means reaching out to smaller companies, the ones no one's heard of, where there's less competition and more opportunity if you've got your act together. The good news, you don't need years of experience to stand out. You just need to be prepared. And if you've got the drive to market yourself and the grit to learn, the work is out there, a lot of it. This isn't some fantasy. It's a business. And just like any business, you'll get out what you put in. So if you're ready to put in the work, you'll be ready to get hired in no time. Is independent adjusting legit or just another internet scam? It's a fair question, especially when every 22-year-old on TikTok is trying to sell you some copy-paste dropshipping course or crypto trading garbage. But let me be clear, independent adjusting is one of the most legit ways to earn a high income without a college degree, without a boss, and without some sketchy MLM sort of thing. This isn't some made-up thing. It's a real profession inside of a multi-trillion-dollar industry, insurance. In 2023 alone, insurance companies in the US paid out over $600 billion in claims. Who helps handle and process those claims? Independent adjusters. When hurricanes hit, when houses catch fire, when pipes burst and roofs get shredded by hail, someone has to inspect the damage, document it, and determine what the payout should be. That someone isn't always an employee with the insurance company. In fact, more and more carriers are outsourcing to independent adjusters, freelancers who get paid per claim because it saves the company time, money, and overhead. This career is backed by state-issued licenses. It's regulated, it's standardized. And the top performers in this space are pulling in six-figure incomes, some clearing $300K to $500K plus a year. So no, this isn't a scam. It's just something you were never told about because no college, no guidance counselor, no job fair, and no HR department makes money by telling you to work for yourself. But you found it now, and that changes everything. If this helped you understand a little more about freelance claims adjusting, just know it's only the beginning. This video is a part of a full collection I created to give you the complete breakdown of what this career is, how it works, and how to get started the right way. You can find the full series right here on my YouTube channel, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the rest. Or if you want the easiest way to check them all out, click on the link in the description of this video. I'll walk you through everything you need to know step by step, all in one place. I'll see you there.